Well done, Billy. That's your first game for Tadcaster Albion under the belt. Obviously you worked there at Selby last week. How do you feel it went today?
Well, I think first and foremost we should thank Neil Aspin for bringing such a strong side here today to play against us pre-season. It's always nice to be able to test yourself against some of the better teams in the area, and that will continue through pre-season. So really pleased with the commitment that lads shown. Certainly first half we looked good. We had great shape. We got out of blocks really early. So overall, across the course of the game and the 90 minutes, yeah, happy.
Yeah, I've just spoken to Neil. He was pleased with the competitiveness of the game without it being silly. Are you surprised by how competitive it was at first?
No, not really, because we've tried to install that into the lads and make sure that, you know, what we said to them was that we should be able to dictate the tempo, and we will hopefully take that into the season with us, where instead of sitting back and just playing with possession, we play with possession for a purpose, and that's what we're trying to do today.
Do you feel like we matched a strong Halifax side in that first half?
Yeah, a bit disappointed for the lads really to have come in at 1-0 down at half time, because I thought they'd done really well, but again, you know, without sort of cloning a cliche, that's what it's about, innit? That's why they're in the conference and we are, you know, their one chance came along and they took it well.
Yeah, we created a few chances in that first half, didn't we?
Yeah, definitely, and I think again they go back to the difference between, you know, they create their chance, they score it, we create our chance and we don't score it, so that's something we're aware of and something we spoke to the forwards about. But to be fair to the two lads, Joe and Dave, who started up front, they worked tirelessly on behalf of the team up there today, and it did well for us.
Let's talk about your new signings. Obviously Gary Stevens in goal. Start there, shall we?
Yeah, Gary had a great game, pulled off a decent save first half, looked very commanding, got great physical presence, and distribution was really good as well, so yeah, really pleased with Gary.
Yeah, he's done very well at one-on-one save, and then later in the game he made several one-on-ones, and he's done well. Full-back Jordan Armstrong, obviously you know him, but it's the first time we've got to see Jordan.
Jordan's a really exciting prospect. Still a young lad, still got a little bit to learn about the game, but got great feet, great ability, great athlete. He'll do well for us this season, Jordan.
Picked up his first Man of the Match award, which is always nice on your debut. And then in the middle you've got Stimo, or Simo as you like to call him, and Andy Mill.
No, I thought they were brilliant today, both of them. Great performance by both centre halves. Thought the physical presence, aerial battles, got their headers in, and directed play for us. And I think the key thing was they made sure that there was never more than, you know, a large distance between the whole and the back four, which was good, and they made the fullbacks tuck in at the right times.
Paddy Miller done very well again today.
Distribution outstanding with Paddy. Learned a lot about Paddy today, and a few tricks up my sleeve with Paddy now. A few ideas for him.
He's picked up a little knock. Is he going to be alright?
No, absolutely. I mean, he's away on holiday tomorrow, so he's going away to enjoy himself. So I've no doubt by the time he gets back, he'll be fitting well again.
Very good. Adam Baker.
Yeah, quite a quiet game for Adam. I think the fullback he were up against were decent. Really good lad. But what he does do well is he knows when to cheat. He knows when to come back in and help the team out. He's clever. He understands the game plan, and I think if we can get him on the ball, then we'll see the best of Adam Baker without a doubt.
Probably the first time you've really seen Liam Ormsby play today. Him and Nick Thompson started in the middle of the park.
Nick a bit unfortunately, he picked up an injury, so didn't really get to see a lot of him because he sort of played in it when it was a bit fast and furious at the start.
What's his injury?
He's just picked up a knock on his ankle, so it looks like he got a little bit of ligament damage and a little bit of swelling around his right ankle, or left ankle, sorry. And we'll monitor that. Lucy will have a look at that later this week. But Liam good, great passing range. Again, some great ideas for Liam in terms of how we can improve and get him driving forward a little bit more.
And on the right side you started with Josh Barrett today. Yeah,
Josh did really well early on, great turn of pace. Got in behind the full-back on a couple of occasions and chose to check back when he probably could have delivered, but again that will come with game time, and then just a little bit of work to do off the ball. But other than that, yeah, really pleased for Josh today.
Yeah, you mentioned Joe and Brownie up top.
Yeah, great movement.
First game for Joe here at Tadcaster. Looked very lively, didn't he?
Lively on and off the pitch. Absolute top class lad. Works his socks off for the team. Brownie movement were brilliant.
Very good,
absolutely brilliant. Carved himself a couple of half chances out. I think he knows it. His next stage now is they'll both start adding goals to the game, and that'll hold them in good stead going into the season.
How do you think you've held up fitness-wise today?
I think we matched them quite well. I mean, we have only been back. We've had 4 training sessions and 2 games now, so 6 times in a couple of weeks. So yeah, and the lads are working hard. Training is difficult. It's hard. It's really, really progressive, and it'll only get harder, and the games will come thick and fast now. So I'm hoping that the timing of what we've done will buy us the sort of right time going into the season, so that we're ready for the first game, because that's what pre-season is about. It's the results are irrelevant. It's just pitch time.
Yeah, I've spoken to Lee and Neil from Halifax, and they both said they felt we were much stronger than when we played last time, much more competitive, much more physical. We were able to cope with them physically better than we were previously. Is that something that you're working on?
No, absolutely. I think no one more than me likes to see teams play with good possession and moving the ball about, but you need to have possession with purpose. There needs to be a purpose to what you're doing. If you're going to switch play, it needs to be to change direction of attack, and not just because it looks good. So we worked hard on making sure that the lads are working equally as hard on the ball as they do off the ball.
Your subs, you had a few missing today, but we had who do we have? Stuart Rice on the bench.
Yeah. Ricey did, come on and did his bit. He probably needs a little bit more time yet to get his match fitness and that. So he knows where he's at this stage. So it's just about getting Ricey some pitch time at the moment and getting him firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, Callum Ward. Yeah,
Callum, come on. Got himself into a couple of good positions and that, and probably a little bit unlucky not to get a penalty. Certainly on one of the 2 occasions that he got into the box. So yeah, equally pleased with Callum's contribution in the game.
And George Conway's come on as well.
George, busy, really busy individual, and I think once he gets accustomed to game plan and we work out what's best with George, he tends to wander around the pitch a lot, but he wants to be on the ball permanently, which is great. You can only encourage that. A young lad, not fazed by it, just wants to get on the ball and wants to play as much as he possibly can.
Yeah, Tom Class, you mentioned, came on early for Nick Thompson.
Tom did really well for us, considering he played just less than 48 hours ago now. I think he had a full game, so the plan was to maybe put Tom on into the second half rather than as early as we did, but Nick's injuries meant that Tom's had to come on and do a job for us. Again, I'd say to all the midfield lads that at sort of this level and the level beyond this, it's about being mobile and box to box and doing your job, and I think the lads are slowly but surely learning that with me, that that's what we're looking in the middle of the park. So great pitch time for Tom as well today.
Yeah, good. And Charlie Murphy, one of the Eye-to-Eye Academy boys, you gave him a little run out and goal.
Yeah, brilliant. Not fazed by it in any way, shape or form. Came and trained with us on Thursday night. Looked sharp in training. Held his own in a quite competitive game at the end of training on Thursday night. And when we only had obviously Gary in goal today because of work and commitments elsewhere with Pete, so it was only right to have him on the bench. And if we're going to have him on the bench, there was no point in bringing him here and not playing him. So it's something that we'll do if the lads are involved in it, for all the young lads coming through. If they're good enough to play, age is just a number.
And then we had, I think finally, was Jake Rose, who's recently been released from Hull City. And
Jake looked busy, wanted to be on it. Really hard for Jake today because he doesn't, first time he's been around the squad. So to be fair to the kid, I thought he wanted to be on the ball a lot. He wanted to move the ball a bit, and I think again, the kid, if he got to know the people around him, he great potential.
Have we missed anyone?
I don't know, mate.
If we have, we apologise.
If we've missed anyone, it's Jimmy's fault, because I'm still shell-shocked.
A word for the fans?
No, brilliant. It makes such a difference to any football club. I've been quite open about the fact that, when I was in the Evo Stick last year, going to Darlington away and 1,300 people there screaming for your blood, it just makes such a difference. And I say to the lads, when they walk out the changing room, you've earned the right to play. Now go out there and give people what they want to see. Send them home with talking points. Win, lose or draw. Make sure that they've got something to discuss when they leave. Fans were excellent today, yeah. And the juniors, to be fair.
Yeah,
seeing all the kids around the club today has been absolutely first class.
They're still here running around the pitch, aren't they?
Still on the pitch now.
And
the groundsman.
Yeah, which brings us to the groundsman. There's been a lot said about this pitch. How was it today, this carpet?
It's a credit to him. You know, I work at a college that's got turf management, and how passionate these people are about grass, and you know, to the man in the street to come across and have a look at the pitch, you can see that there's a considerable amount of time and effort has gone into the pitch, great investment, and I think what it does is, as a football club, it's a great attraction, certainly to me as a manager, when I'm trying to attract players, when I'm saying, you know, not only do you sign for Tadcaster Albion, but you get to play on that week in, week out as well. So brilliant by Dave, absolute fantastic effort. And
on to Wednesday night, we've got a Leeds 11 coming on Wednesday, so that should be a good game. Having a look at their squads that went to Harrogate, they played two teams, Harrogate Town.
Right.
First and second half had two different teams, so it could be a very strong squad still that comes to Tadcaster on Wednesday.
And again, I've said this to the lads, you look at pre-season and it's, you know, with Leeds, with Oldham, with Farsley, with Spennymoor, with Scarborough, with Harrogate Town, it's going to be a tough pre-season, and quite rightly so. You know, I know it's alright playing games where there's nothing at stake and you're winning 5 and 6-0. I think for us personally, it's minutes on the pitch, and it's hard minutes on the pitch, because if nothing else, even if you know there's 1 or 2 kids in there, they're going to be fit, they're going to be busy, and it'll keep our lads on the toes. So we're really looking forward to Leeds coming.
Very good. Certainly the feeling, the atmosphere around the ground today was everybody was very pleased with the performance from the team, regardless of the 2-0 defeat. Obviously, you can see what's happening here at the club. So well done, Billy, and good luck on Wednesday.
Thanks.